We sure do miss you here at school. We would love to be able to see your smiling faces in videos and pictures. Thank you for those who are sharing great work, green choices. Thank you so much. Today we are going to talk about ingredients. Ingredients is what items bakers use to put into their baked goods to make something. And in our pretend play, we have many ingredients. Upside down. We have some sweet, semi-sweet chocolate chips. We have some white chocolate chips. And, oh, I thought this was my milk chocolate chips. Anyways, we have 3 different chocolate chips. This is 2 in our pretend play, and we would actually take a moment and we would try all 3 of them to taste and figure out which ones we like most. We would make a graph at school. That is not what we're going to be able to do today, friends, but that's okay. Then we would also look in our pretend play and find out what else we have. And we have some candies in our pretend play. These are some toffees. And we have some caramels. Oh, it fell. Those types that we just saw, the caramels and the toffees, are also like chocolate chips. And they go inside of ingredients like chocolate chip cookies or some brownies. Sometimes people put them into cakes and cupcakes. There's so many things you can do with chips and cookies. And then there's also in our pretend play some candies, some candy bags. And that is just to show you that bakers also make candies. They learn some very intense techniques. Techniques is a way of trying over and over and over again, just like scientists, and they figure out the perfect combination to make something just right. Also in our pretend play, we have some coconuts, some fruits. There's our coconuts still coming out. And we have some dried fruits. And then we also have some different sugars. This is white sugar, granulated sugar. And we have some brown sugars. Some are dark brown sugars. And then we have some bags of powdered sugar. And in our pretend play, we have all of these with different colors of items inside, so you can pretend to pour them in. I took all that out so we didn't have a big old mess. Anyways, we would be using the white sugar. We would have that in our sensory bin so that we could scoop and sprinkle and feel how it's granulated like salt, little pebbles like. And then we would use these at school on our cookie sheets, and we would use cookie cutters to see how it actually kind of clumps together and forms differently. And then today we would have played with, I used the wrong one. I'm sorry, friends. I meant the brown sugar. The brown sugar is what we would put on the cookie trays. And it would clump together, and we'd be able to use the cookie cutters to make shapes. It wouldn't stay together a long time, but we would be able to see how it clumps. And then the last thing we would use is our powdered sugar, conventional sugar, and that would go on writing trays, and we would take time to write some words and letters, names, shapes, so much activity we would do with those on our trays. So if any of you parents are brave and want to do some of those activities at home, that'd be great. Take extra pictures. Otherwise, at home, we are going to go to what we would do at home. For our activities today, you are to Friends, go to your cupboards and pantries and see what you have that you could put in your baking goods. So for example, if you have sugar, grab the sugar bag, take it to the table, or maybe mom and dad have a special learning space for you right now. And you are to look for letters. So this is like our letter hunt at school, except for we would use the bags. So we are asking you to do the same at school, at home. So I see the word S for sugar. S for sugar. So I would use or write the word S, or sorry friends, the letter S on our sweet letter page. Some of you will have boxes to be able to write the letters in, and some of you are to be tracing the letters. And then you go to a new letter. You can use the same bag over and over until you find all the letters on the bag, or you can be creative and open up new ones, where I just found the letter B for blueberries. Blueberries. So then you could write the letter B. And some of you are using uppercase, some of you are using lowercase. You can write what you want. B, blueberries. So those are our letter hunts. And then you're going to use the same materials, same ingredients to go on a number hunt. Some of you will be going up to 10. Some of you are going to go up to 20. So I'm going to show you here, because here's a tricky one. Is this the one? Here's a tricky one. If you look at these caramel bites, here we are. Get the shine off. There's the number 50. 50. That's a big number. We haven't went to 50. We're only at 30 right now. So we are going to use the number 5. And I'm going to write 5. Here I wrote 5. I traced it. Some of you are writing, some of you are tracing. On other bags, I found the number 3 and the number 8. I will show that to you. I think I found it on... I found it on this page. Here's the 8 for 80. Again, we're not going past 20, so I use the number 8. And here I have the number 3. So you are just looking at all of the bags or all of the ingredients you're using at home to trace or write your numbers. Again, this is just like at school, going on a number and letter hunt. We would use these in our writing trays and our hunts at school today. The next thing is the cookie sprinkle page. On that cookie sprinkle page, you are going to roll the dice. You would either roll 1 dice or 2 dice, and you will write that number or draw that number of sprinkles. So it would be easier if I just do it. All right. Then you count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need to put 9 sprinkles on my cookie. I'm going to use green and red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There, I have 9 sprinkles on my cookie. And you can do this one time, or you can do it many times until you feel like your cookie is full of sprinkles. I chose to do line sprinkles. You can do dots. You can do shapes. It's all up to you what you want your sprinkles to look like. This one right here, as you've seen, was my roll and add. Not all of you friends are ready to roll and add. It's okay. There are other pages. You can just roll one time, count the dots, 1, 2, 3, and put 3 on your page. Some of you are needing to count dots. Some of you are ready for solid numbers. And these fun ones you bigger friends like to use at school are our inside blocks. And you get to roll it. And then inside, I could show you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're able to figure out that you needed to put 4 sprinkles in. I assume most of you families will not have all of these options for dice, and that's okay. And just use what you have. Most of the students know these types of games. These are ones that we play often at school. And then we have the Who Took the Cookie from the cookie jar activity, and I realized I mentioned that yesterday. It was supposed to be today. Sorry about that. So here's our title page. It'll be our cover, and then inside of our book, here is my cookie. I have to write my name right here, so I know that this goes to me and I can read the book. And then I decided to make my cookie with a licking face because I feel like the cookies are so yummy. So yum yum. Do that at school, at home too. Go yum yum. We love to make silly sounds at school to get some letters. So it is fun to be creative and make sounds with our shapes. Usually when we make dots, we go da 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 for the D sound. All right, and our very last activity at home, oh no, I'm sorry, we have 2 more. What we would do also today, if we were at school, is our patterns. And this pattern is cupcake, cake, cupcake, cake. And then we would figure out what goes next. So does it go cupcake, cake, cupcake, cake, cake? Or does it go cupcake, cake, cupcake, cake, cupcake? And this one would be cupcake. And then we have cupcake, cake, cupcake, cake, cupcake, cake. And we would be using these activities at school. And we would even have them in little sensory bends and so forth to find your pieces. That is an A-B pattern. Some of my friends are on A-A-B-B. So cinnamon roll, cupcake, cupcake. So what would be next? Cinnamon roll, cupcake, cupcake, cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll. So what I would like for you to do at school, at home, I keep wanting to say school, I wish you were all were here so much, is if you have some chocolate chips or some candies, maybe candies left over from Halloween, maybe you have cupcakes or donuts at home and you have a few of them, make patterns and snap a picture and let us see what kind of patterns you're making at home. Some of you will need a parent to make a pattern, and then you are at a copying stage. Some of you are at an extended pattern stage where your parent is to make a pattern and then you finish it. And then some of you are at a make your own pattern, and you can just grab some ingredients and start plugging away and making ingredients. We'd like to see at least two different patterns if you could. And then the very last thing we would like to see is you to make some type of trail mix or recipe, maybe help cook today with your family, or it's the holidays, maybe make one of your family holiday treats if you're able to have the ingredients already at home, and share what your trail mix or your treat looks like. The point behind this one is really just getting you to use the scoops and the pour as much as that sounds silly. It's a taught skill to scoop and pour. It's a twist of the wrist. It's a fine motor, and it's really great to do. And also helps with numbers. So even if you're not ready to say a half a cup, you can do, parents can set them out in small, medium, big, and extra big, and you can tell them to get the extra big one or get the small one or smallest. We need less and more. There's many math skills in helping in the kitchen. So even if it seems a little crazy, just have them scoop a couple things and they will be happy. Friends, we really do miss you. We really look forward to getting back to school because we know this is not easy. It's not easy for us, it's not easy for you, and it's probably not very fun. But if you can just hold off a little bit longer, we will get through this together. All right, friends, we miss you. We truly, truly miss you so much. We will see you again on Monday. Have fun, and we look forward to seeing your pictures. Bye.